Hello, this is Stacy's Turo. This is Shane, Stacy's assistant. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about how to operate the convertible top. We're going to start with the center console. You'll notice that the center console does have a sliding armrest, so you can put that in whatever position you like that is most comfortable to you. Obviously, if it's in the front position, you do lose your back cup holder. This button here will put all four windows down at the same time. You'll notice all four windows just went down. If I pull that button back up, all four windows go back up at the same time. You do not need to use this button to put the convertible top down, however. This button is how you get the convertible top down. So I'm going to pull the button up, and you'll notice that it does nothing. If I put the convertible top down, it does nothing. Why is that? If I look at the dash, you'll notice that the trunk has a blinking light. That means the trunk is not fully down. So in this case, we're going to go to the back. We're going to check it. Yep, it's not down. So let's make sure the trunk is completely closed. We're going to go back to the front. You're going to notice you no longer have a blinking light. We're going to go back to our button. We're going to pull it up. And now all of a sudden the convertible top is working. So the windows come down halfway. The convertible top is now doing its thing. Goes down in. The back deck folds in nicely. It beeps, and the windows go all the way back up, all four. Now on the interstate, when you're traveling at 70 miles an hour, sometimes it's nice to have these windows up because it really reduces the amount of wind noise in the cabin. But if you don't want that, just go back to your button that pushes all four windows down at the same time and enjoy the entire open air experience. Now, when your trip concludes, obviously all you need to do is go back to your convertible button, and this time you're going to do the opposite of what you did before. Instead of pulling up, you're going to push it down. As I push it down, the back deck comes up. Here comes the convertible top. Comes to the front, locks in place. Now everything in the rear is being put back together. Deck goes down. It beeps. We're done. The windows stayed down. So go back to your all windows up, and all windows go up at the same time. Now, a word of caution on the convertible top. We already told you that you have to make sure your trunk is closed, but we're also going to go back and look at something in the trunk that is very important, and I do address this in a separate video. Back here, you'll notice that there is a metal bar that goes all the way across the back of the car. And underneath here, you'll notice that it's like a fabric underneath here. And believe it or not, this fabric actually has sensors in it. And there's sensors on both sides. And if these sensors get disturbed or broken, this top is no longer going to come down. It's extremely important that all your luggage or items stay clear of this bar. Extremely important. You'll notice we even put a cautionary note on here. Caution, keep bar clear of any obstruction to avoid damage. What you do not want to do is jam luggage in here where it's jamming up against this bar. And because here's what happens. When you go to pull the luggage out, you'll pull back on this bar and you'll possibly break it. Or you'll get something jammed underneath and you'll jam up this fabric, and you'll damage it. We've had these cars returned where this bar was completely destroyed, like literally just in pieces. And to do that, it's hard to do because these are some really strong metal pieces that attach here. So whoever did that, they had to have something really jammed in here, and they would have had to pull really hard to get this thing to break. The thing to remember about this bar is if this gets broken, this is an $1,800 fix. We've had to do it twice, once in this car and once in our 2013 Audi A5 Cabriolet. So do everything in your power to avoid having anything jam up against this bar and keep it clear. If your luggage doesn't fit underneath here, then we encourage you to put your luggage in the back seat. If you do have to put your luggage in the back seat, what we really caution people is, if you'll notice here, this is all pretty beat up in here, and it's beat up because customers throw their luggage back in here and they don't have any regard for the finish of this. So what I always ask people to do is put something down first. What, you know, if it's a jacket, a towel, a t-shirt, just anything to protect this, it would be really appreciated. The other thing you have to be sensitive to is, you know, these are your cup holders back here. In our other Audi, somebody threw luggage in here that damaged this piece, and it dented it pretty substantially, and that piece no longer will open in that car. And to replace this means this whole entire seat has to come out. It's a very expensive fix as well. So we actually have not made the fix on that car, but yeah, just be very sensitive to this whole center console and try to protect it if you can. That is the extent of how to operate the convertible top.